Welcome to just a quick overview of the first parts of your Shark Tank competition, thinking about how you're going to use $1 billion to solve the global water crisis. Now, if you look in our folder for water scarcity, there is this model slideshow that you can use thinking about presenting your final product. For now, what we're going to be focusing on today is your location, the where and the why, and the issues or factors for the problem, the what and the how. So when we think about where and why, you have these three sources to help you think about where you want to be solving your water crisis. When we look at the water scarcity atlas, we're looking at water stress. Where are we consuming water relative to the availability of water? And as you change the amount that they're consuming relative to availability, different parts of the world will become stressed or unstressed. Generally, the redder, the worse that location is going to be. And this just means that we're going to be consuming about 6% of the total water available. Generally, this would mean low, moderate, and high levels of consumption. When we talk about water shortage, we're really talking about how much water is available for people to use. Again, this being high, moderate, and then really low in terms of this is how much water people have to use. And then we can quantify that with stress, shortage, and then both of them together gives us water scarcity. You can see different graphs which will allow you to see change over time. And when you click a certain country, it will then show you how blue water shortage, blue water stress, and stress versus shortage has changed over time. When it comes to the World Water Atlas, this is going to be giving you some really good stories and examples of where there's too little water around the world. And there's lots of good resources for both problems and solutions for you to think about what we can do around the world for water issues. And then we have the water risk filter, which allows us to look at scenarios. So thinking about how in the future something like water scarcity will change over time based on the year in the future, and also whether we're going to be taking optimistic or pessimistic trajectory. You can also look at country profiles, which will allow you to do a series of things thinking about which country you want to choose for your problem. So if I have Afghanistan, I can look at different types of rankings with the map. When it comes to risk scores and rankings, generally the higher the score, the worse off, and the number closer to 1, the worse that rank is. So Afghanistan is third in the world when it comes to its overall basin risk. It's second when it comes to regulatory risk. It is 33rd when it comes to flooding and 35th when it comes to scarcity. And if you have questions about what any of these mean, you can absolutely look over the question mark to get those ideas. But more importantly, when it comes to country aspects, you'll be able to see lots of information about water resources, water use, water quality, water institutions, meaning the people that regulate the water, how water is management, etc., etc. And all of this information should give you data and graphs and figures to tell me the where and the why. Now, when it comes to the issues and factors for the problem, the what and the how, you want to begin researching what is causing your water scarcity problem and how is it occurring. To do that, you are going to take a look at the costs and types of costs and types of costs for water solutions, which is going to be looking at 3 countries: the United States, South Africa, and Mali, in terms of how they're going to have to spend money in the future to solve their water problem based on existing problems. So for example, in the United States, 67% of our future costs is going to have to do with water scarcity, just a total lack of water. This map will show you the approximate value of GDP, how much of their economy is going to have to be put towards water management. And as you can see, different countries are going to have very different costs when it comes to how much money they have to put towards water scarcity. This article should lead you to thinking about questions regarding the what and how for your issues. You want to, on this slide, cite evidence and facts and also images to help really explain what are the issues and factors for the problem. What are the problems causing water scarcity? How is water scarcity occurring? This is where you're really thinking about why is this location having such a problem with water. Next week, we're going to be working on our solutions and proposing the final solution, but I want you to be able to finish these two segments for class on Monday. Have a great weekend, enjoy the sun, and I will see you soon.